YouTube. I think we live. Hold on. All right, let me focus on something real quick. Wait, what's going on? Wait, how am I live? Something glitching right now. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Hey, this should let y'all know I got the ghetto rig. We about to hop right into it, but I got the ghetto rig though. Like, I'll just show you that it ain't no excuses. There is no excuses at all. Let me just make sure we live. But I'll show y'all it ain't no excuses for real, because I just do this. Even though I don't be having like the best setups and all that. I'm about to see if I can hear the audio and all that. Then we good. Cause I used to do this, man. I'm talking like with nothing, bro. Like I literally built this whole setup from the ground up, and I did it with y'all in front of y'all. Oh yeah. Sound good. Let me just make sure you can hear this.
Licensed gun dealer.
I literally built this whole setup from the ground up, and I did it with y'all in front of y'all. Hey. Sound good. Let me just make sure you can hear this.
Licensed gun dealer.
There we go. All right. If I turn in a gun, will I be arrested at a gun buyback? Will the police come up to me and be like, you going to jail for this? So let's break it down. Let's talk about it. And I'm about to help y'all with this. All right, here we go. Here we go. So here go a video of some guys at a gun buyback, and apparently they got kicked out or something. So let's look into it.
Licensed gun dealer.
Here we go. Licensed gun dealer.
Leeches? No. We're trying to save guns.
So me and my friends crashed a gun buyback.
So I found out San Antonio was hosting its first ever gun buyback.
The city's first gun buyback, taking aim at reducing the likelihood of gun violence. It's happening this Sunday at the Alamo Dome.
So me, Cody, and Eli decided to show up and see if we could crash it by buying some of the guns first. You see, the city was offering HEB gift cards. We're offering cold hard cash. Now, I also found out they were offering $150.
What kind of gift cards did he say?
Cold hard cash. We're offering cold hard cash. Now, I also found out they were offering $150 in gift cards for shotguns. So, of course, I bought the cheapest shotguns I could possibly find for like $70 a piece and figured I'd even make a little bit of a profit. Spoiler alert, that didn't work out, but we'll get to that later.
There's a lot of fucking people here.
It's good that people test this stuff out.
Before we even got started, somebody getting in line recognized me, and right off the bat, I'd made my first purchase.
Oh shit. I'll give you $200 for it. 200 cash.
200 cash?
Yeah, 200 cash instead of the $200 HEB gift card. Cool with you?
All right, yeah.
By the way, if you offer cash, that's a better incentive. If you offer cash, that's a way better incentive.
No.
First one of the day, that was easy. So if we're gonna get in line, then we're getting in line over there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, man.
By the way, the police want full control. The police want control.
Y'all here for the buyback?
If you do something like this, you gonna have problems though.
It's fucking insane.
Shout out to them doing this though. They ain't have to
average
do
age
this.
here is like social security age.
Now, we didn't expect the turnout to be this crazy, and the line was taking forever. So we started asking other people in line if they'd like to skip and just sell their guns to us.
Sir, are you selling a gun?
You can't
Are you
legally
selling
do
a
that,
gun?
I don't think you can legally do that.
Can I
but
buy
they're in
it?
Texas though. That's why it's important to know.
Cash?
We got cash. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Cause you'll have
I would
to like,
prefer to sell it to the police for less money. Actually, no money for.
you'll have to sign the paperwork and everything.
I mean, Thanksgiving's around the corner.
The white gentleman in the back, Oliver, can buy it.
What's it, Cody?
Sir, can I buy the gun?
Sure.
My last name not Herrera.
You drove all the way up here from Corpus? Yeah. Jesus.
So he said they got kicked
I mean,
out.
if you're just trying to get rid of. Okay.
But we got some work we got to do in the interim.
Are they doing any sort of salvage thing for any historic weapons or anything of
We
note?
were just talking about that. That's not,
Yeah.
you caught my pause, but we were just talking about
Okay, so that's kind of chill. You know, they doing like, they seeing if they can offer people money for it. That's cool. But I want to get into the nitty gritty though. I want to get into like the nitty gritty. This one is in Detroit. Hold on. Ooh, that's a Tech 9. I for sure gotta react to that one. One was I seen in Detroit. Yeah, right here. Let me check the Detroit one, because that's where I'm based out of, Detroit.
Tonight, some in our area have questions about what really happens to the guns turned in at local buyback events. Members of a Southfield church tell us that they're afraid the guns aren't actually being destroyed.
Yeah.
CBS News Detroit's Luke Laster is on your block on 12 Mile with the story.
Buyback organizers didn't learn until late in the game that the Michigan State Police contracts with a third party.
Chris Yaw is the Reverend at St. David's Episcopal Church in Southfield. In a TikTok post, he's reacting to the publication of a New York Times investigation that claims third-party companies contract with law enforcement agencies to only dispose of the part of the gun that lists the serial number, opening up a market for the remaining parts.
Oh, wow.
Michigan State Police, like a lot of
So
municipalities,
do they resell
want to save
them?
money.
That'd
St.
be
David's,
crazy.
where Yaw is the Reverend, just saw 224 guns returned as part of a buyback on December 9th. He and others who dropped off guns are feeling misled.
That has created a niche market
That's
for companies
crazy.
like Gunbusters. There are a lot
Where
of
can
other
I buy
ones.
one, though?
And what Gunbusters does is they say, well, we have 2 tiers of service. One is that you can pay us and we will totally pulverize the gun. The second is we will come get the guns for free and even transport them for free, but we are only going to pulverize certain parts of that gun. And we're going to put the rest for sale to the public.
Gunbusters in Missouri
That's
is the
crazy.
name of the organization Michigan State Police is contracted
So who
with.
profiting from that
CBS
then?
News Detroit reached out to Michigan State Police asking about these allegations and how MSP ensures the entire gun gets destroyed. They replied in part, all firearms surrendered to the MSP are turned over to Gunbusters to be destroyed in accordance with the ATF's, that's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms.
It's
and
good people look into this because the average person they not gonna look into this. Like the average person in the hood, you know, which is mostly like the people who watch my videos in the suburbs or like the YNs and the young people. They not gonna do the work that these advocates and pastors doing to really know what happened to them.
explosives, acceptable destruction procedures that require the destruction of the frame or receiver so the firearm
And they hold
can
them
no longer
accountable.
be used. We receive video proof of this occurring for every firearm. That entire statement from Michigan State Police can be found now on CBSNewsDetroit.com.
Yeah, see, they hold them
What's
accountable
next,
because at the end of the
Reverend
day,
Yaw
if
says
you
he
don't,
hopes-
then why wouldn't they do what they want to do? Why wouldn't they do whatever they want to do if somebody don't hold them accountable? That's why when people organize and get together, you get what I'm saying? It do make a difference. It
Today,
do make a
dozens of
change.
people traded in their guns for groceries.
The LAPD's gun
Groceries,
buyback
they gotta do
program
better,
gives
bro.
people
They gotta
an
do better.
incentive to hand over their illegal and unwanted guns, no questions asked.
Imagine handing a
CBS
gun
News'
in
Joy
for a
Benedict
pack of
shows
ramen
us what
noodles.
turned up at today's event.
Let me fix this thing real quick, y'all. Let me fix this box because I feel like I'm taking up too much of the screen and it's unnecessary. I gotta crop this. Maybe if I do like a green screen one of these days, I'll be able to have better I'll be able to do it better. Like once I get a green screen and take them boxes out. Oh shit! I just clicked on the wrong one. Dang, I'm giving all types of information out to the internet by clicking on wrong tabs. What just happened to my? Oh, there we go.
Keep
Them
coming, keep
news
coming,
anchors
keep
be
coming.
fine.
How you doing today?
They lined up early all the way down Sepulveda Boulevard in Mission Hills and waited.
What do you have for us today?
A chance to safely
Ooh,
unload.
that Tech 9.
25 auto? All right, pop trunk for me.
It's
And
the
guns illegal
LAPD's
in
gun
LA.
buyback
Dang,
when
that
twice
cop.
a year they take your
Hey.
weapons and
And guns illegal in LA. I think you can't have them. Correct me if I'm wrong. In Los Angeles or California specifically, like you would get toasted for having a gun. I know Lil Jeff snuck his gun there. That's what they were saying on TikTok. His manager like took it from him. But a lot of rappers sneak them out there because there's a lot of gang members out there. Really, the gang members the only ones who got guns in Cali for the most part.
LAPD's gun buyback when twice a year they take your weapons
Man, that
anonymously.
Tech, I want to Tech 9, bro.
For Frank Sang,
But
his
they're
reason
illegal.
for being here wasn't in the trunk, but the back seat.
I mean, we have kids in the house, and it's very important to not just have guns lying around everywhere.
Get a safe, bro.
A sentiment shared by many in this
They do
line.
what?
Even in a gun safe, you
at
know, eventually kids are smart. They're going to figure out how to get into things.
Although the
Nah.
safety of children seemed to be the main reason folks we spoke with dropped
He
off
said they're
their
gonna figure out how to get
weapons.
into it. No, I don't agree with
Get into
that.
things. Eventually kids are smart. They're going to figure out how to get into things.
Although the safety of children seemed to be the main reason folks we spoke with dropped off their weapons, others say their guns
Oh,
were
I got
old
one of
and
those. I got one of those. I'm trying to see how much I can get for it. But I got one of these. It's up, like I have it. I can grab it right now. But I'm streaming right now. I got one of those. I could show y'all real quick on the stream. Y'all want to see the one I got like this? I could do a whole video on it. I'm gonna come back, but I got this same gun right here. Oh my God, bro. What did I just do? You want to see it? All right.
Guns
I
were
got you.
old, unused, or simply found.
Assisted living underwear drawer. Your mother's assisted living.
They probably handing in.
Okay.
No judgment.
The thing is, they probably turning in guns that like they found in the house or that was handed down to them. They probably not weapons that they use. I got you. I'll do the video on that gun that I got.
No questions. And this is a gun buyback, not a give back. So those dropping off were given gift cards to Ralph's as a thank you.
I'm gonna give you a gift card, okay?
I think it's great. It gives people incentive to come out here.
The Los Angeles Police Department started this program back in 2009. Since then, they've collected almost 15,000 weapons, including 500 assault rifles.
They have the capacity of holding more
Hold on,
bullets
what's up with this
and shoot faster than
lineup?
that.
Boy. He might as well go get a haircut, go bald, and just get buff like The Rock, bro. This is not it, bro.
Gun.
Which is why those handing them over were given $200 in gift cards.
Oh my God, they got a Uzi. See, them must have came from like war veterans or something like that. Them must have came, and I ain't gonna lie, that is a little kind of sad that like they probably had parents and grandparents that got these from overseas in different wars, and then like they just give them away to the police like that, man. Cause these guns hard to find. I told y'all, look at that. Look at this thing right here. There you go, Ed. I'm gonna call you Eddie because I don't know how to pronounce that. Eddie. Eduardo. Oh, Eduardo. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I got right here. Hold on. I got this one too. This is like one of my daily carries right here. But I got the big, I got the big Glock too though. And I got the ARP.
Incentive to get assault weapons off the streets.
A rifle and a pistol in the back.
As for the Sang family, they are now gun-free.
And some gift cards,
A big
yeah,
relief
man.
for this
Nah.
dad who clearly has more important things to worry
Yeah,
about.
look,
6, 7, and 4.
Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
Nah, what y'all think about that though? What y'all think about that right there? What y'all think about that? That's crazy work. Why he got a bazooka? All right, I like bro right here. You know what? I'm about to break down one of his videos. Colin Noor.
Unleash the power of precision.
I used to not like his
Diablos
videos all the
would
time,
deem
but
it ultimate polish finish.
I used to not like his videos, some of them, but
If there's one rule that
I rock
anti-gun
with him.
politicians, organizations, and mainstream media live by, it's never say the words gun confiscation. Even if that's exactly what you want to do. You can't blame them though, because the last time someone said gun confiscation to people in America, this happened. So instead
See?
of saying gun confiscation,
And this is how really like black people in the hood feel. Look at that. So they almost feel like, I mean, that's everybody. That's American citizens too who believe in the Second Amendment. But a lot of people in the hood don't trust that because they're like, if I hand them over, what if something happened and, you know, we get raided and we can't defend ourselves? So yeah, it all go back to history too.
so instead of saying gun confiscation, they call it a buyback program.
Ooh, see, that's why I like Colin. That's
But
why I
they
like
believe,
Cologne.
and
However
I
he
think
says
the
now.
evidence supports them that by offering to buy back those guns.
See, you see the
they
difference
were
when you watch the
able
news versus watch independent creators, right? He already done switched the whole vibe up.
curtail the supply and to set a different standard for gun purchases in the future. So I think that's worth considering. I don't know enough details to tell you how we would do it or how it would work, but certainly the Australian example is worth looking at.
See, it sounds so innocent and sweet. They did a buyback program and all was right with the world. Except she leaves out the part where that country's buyback program was mandatory, which is another way of saying confiscation. Now, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, there are
That's
some
gonna start
politicians
some
who gone full
problems.
Tropic Thunder and said we
If they do a mandatory buyback, that's gonna start some problems. I ain't gonna lie. If they did do that, like in Michigan or America in general, boy, what?
should have mandatory buyback programs in America.
But I'm the only candidate on this stage calling for a ban and buyback of every single assault weapon in America.
Yeah, Cali different. California is different. I'm not gonna
They
lie.
can call it whatever passive aggressive phrase they want because the ultimate goal of these schemes is the same. Take privately owned guns out of the hands of the people.
Yeah.
Now, technically, a gun buyback program and mandatory buyback program are not the same thing. A buyback program is where some government body pays money to incentivize people to turn in their guns. A mandatory buyback program is where they force you to give up your guns under the threat of criminal punishment and then pay you a fraction of what you paid for your gun. So essentially, the former is voluntary and the latter is not. On the surface, a voluntary buyback program seems innocent enough, except they're incredibly stupid, wasteful, predatory, and ineffective. Voluntary gun buybacks are wasteful in that they're spending our tax dollars to buy back guns that criminals wouldn't even take for free. Think about what type of gun you would want to get rid of. The guns
shotgun,
are usually
like
so
the
old,
one,
they
yeah.
don't work, or so bad at being a gun, you couldn't give them away. They're predatory in that they feed off of people's ignorance. There's always that one old lady that brings in her dead husband's old gun.
See,
that
didn't I just say
worth
that,
a
though?
fortune. But because she doesn't know anything about guns, she
Mhm.
thinks it's worthless. And then takes it to the
Didn't I
buyback
just say
program
that,
and gives
bro?
it away for a Target gift card. Long story short, the only people who bring guns to a voluntary buyback program are people we were never worried about in the first place, and they're usually bringing guns even criminals don't want.
Mhm.
Mandatory gun buybacks, on the other hand,
You
are
ain't about-
nothing more than a
you ain't
confiscation
about to see
scheme,
no-
which is a brutal violation
You ain't about to see no YN running around with this, with a ski mask on, like, come here.
of the Constitution. They're designed to have the appearance of a mutual exchange, when in reality it's just the government forcing you to sell private property you never wanted to sell in the first place. It's literally the equivalent of the government telling you to sell them your $40,000
I love
car
our
for
country, though,
$1,000,
for how
or
we
they'll
got
arrest
these
you and
freedoms.
throw
I'm
you
not
in
gonna lie.
jail, which, as I said before, is unconstitutional. Compensation is never a justification for violating the Constitution. In short, anytime you hear a politician, gun control organization, or our media talking about gun buybacks, they mean one of two things. Let's do something stupid or unbelievably unconstitutional. No matter how you slice it, a gun buyback program is inherently designed to take guns out of the hands of the people.
That's a good video. Shout out to Broski for that. Now I'm about to go to this. So I'm about to break it down. So this some of the laws. This part can get a little boring at times, but it is important. That's why I'm gonna break it down for y'all. So it say in DC, and these are sorted. I know it's ChatGPT, but here go the sources. I can click on the sources if y'all want me to. So in DC, if you voluntarily and peacefully deliver, abandon a firearm ammunition to the Metropolitan Police Department, you will not be arrested or prosecuted for possessing an unregistered firearm or transporting it. So it say unregistered. The immunity applies only to the act of surrendering a gun. It does not cover any criminal use of the firearm prior to surrender. Okay, that makes sense. So you can't go commit a robbery and then go turn the gun in. That makes sense. New York, man, I went to New York. I couldn't bring my gun. I tried to ride a subway, man. And it was so many YNs with ski masks that got on that subway, bro. I got off the subway and called an Uber. Because I'm like, I can't do nothing if they walk up on me. Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I had hell of a beat, baby, who produced First Day Out for T Grizzly. He called me like, bro, that's crazy. Like, we can't bring no sticks out there. I'm like, you got people with names, bro. Like, you come out there, even if you got a name, somebody gonna try to press you, bro. You ain't even gotta have no chains on and all that. So let me see. Legislative proposal in New York for a municipal gun buyback program. Allow individuals to turn in illegal firearms and receive immunity. Along with, okay, it's not necessary. So you do get immunity in New York. Michigan, this is where I'm at. So Michigan now requires that all guns collected during the community buyback must be completely destroyed. Okay, see, they're smart. So shout out to Whitmore for that. They got to be completely destroyed instead of resold. You get what I'm saying? Because you know how in the beginning of the video they were saying they can be resold, but she said no, they can't be resold. However you feel about it or whatever, I personally think that was good to say they got to be completely destroyed, you know, versus like reselling them and all that. Because if somebody turned in something that's worth a lot and manipulating the people, then they taking these off the street, you know. So it doesn't speak directly to immunity for participants, only focus. Okay, so it don't speak. Ooh, that was loud. It don't speak on the immunity, so that's a problem. That is a problem if it don't speak on the immunity. Like, if you go to the website where the sources is, if it don't talk about the immunity, then that is a problem. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be able to have that immunity at the end of the day, because you don't want no young guys going in there trying to do the right thing and getting locked up. Like, that'd be the worst case scenario. That'd be worst case scenario. We don't want that to happen. So at the end of the day, do you think a gun buyback program is good? Do you think that it'll help the community? Do you think that, you know, they won't arrest you and they won't hold it against you? Do you really think that would destroy the evidence, like the feds or the FBI, the ATF? Do you think that would really destroy, you know, the evidence? So what it looked like so far is that these only for people who want to turn in guns that they find. Like, the police know that you might have an old lady who got an expensive gun that was handed down that they can get, you know what I mean, an auction off or sell off the parts. but they not about to get people that's committing crimes to turn it in. So do you think that it's worth it or not? Let's talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like